are frequently seen as well. But now let's keep our lookout on the floods, and let's cross over to Mark Namaswa, who is in Nairobi in the Joska area. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning. Now, this is Kamulu area in Kasarani constituency. We are just off the Kangundo Road that heads to Kangundo on one side and Nairobi on the other hand. But this is normally, on a normal day, this river is usually a small stream. And this river feeds into the Athi River. But today, after the rains of yesternight and yesterday, things have turned for the worse. You can see right now, it is a roaring river of enormous proportions. The people you see up there are marveling at what this small stream has turned out to, and you can also see the level of erosion that has been occasioned by this river. Now, we've been speaking to a few people who stay here, who will be telling us what happens whenever it rains and what has happened yesternight and today. Kindly tell us, who are you? What do you do?
I'm Kennedy Odhiambo. I am a resident here. I do just general work. I've been here to close to 2 years, but I've never seen this stream grow this large. And what we are seeing today has never been there, because what we normally see after it rains, it's usually a very small stream. But today, if you can see, it has even broken its banks, and it is getting a different route from what the normal route that it normally takes. So the other side of the bridge, that water had broken its banks, and a few vehicles have carried. In fact, there were two that had been swept away by the water. But a few people have tried to get them out. But we are only calling for the area MP or the MCS to come and help us build that bridge so that people are put away from the danger.
They say the best time to look for a house in areas like Nairobi is when it is raining. What have you witnessed in several houses in your neighborhood?
In fact, the houses that are close to this stream, some of them were marooned yesterday. Like the one you're seeing here, the water was flowing around it. And it actually gave those who were staying here a bit of, they actually didn't know what to do. And in fact, this thing happened during the night. And most of parts of this place, they were a bit safe during those days when it was not raining this much. So it is actually dangerous now to stay close to the bridge, close to the stream. So in fact, a few homes here were marooned yesterday, and it's now that they are trying to get ways of moving away from the stream.
Thank you very much. Who are you, and what have you witnessed since yesterday here?
I'm Michael.
2 names?
Michael Mutiso. Yeah, since yesterday this turned.
Mambo yamekuwaje hapa tangu jana?
Kutoka jana mambo hapo imekuwa ingine tafash sana. Sababu ya hii mtu yenyewe haijawahi kwa hivi. Yu nyesha tu, lakini haijawahi nyesha ikavuka hivi. Lakini hata mostly sio huku kumenyesha sana. Inanyeshanga, lakini saa pande yenye inatoka maji yenye inatoka na huko ndio inafikanga na huko. Nikifika sana huku inatuleteanga hadi hasara sana. Unapata huko kwa barabara imeharibu choo, imebeba uchafu yote, imetuletea huku, saa hata magonjwa hatujui ni aje. Na bado pande ile chini pako ingine ina join hapo, kuna gari 3 zimetolewa hapo, Probox na 2 dogo, na bado kuna ingine kwa maji.
Asante sana. Now, just to get a context of how things really are here on the ground, what you are seeing ahead of me is actually a fence. Now, this compound belongs to this church, the Exploits of Faith Church Kamulu, and this is their fence. It is supposed to go all the way to this tree and round this latrine block. But what you are seeing here are suspended posts. The fence has been suspended. The ground has been washed away. We have 1, 2, 3 intact. But you can see, if you decide
Apologies for those technical challenges right there, but that was Mark Namaswa, and he's in the Kamulu area, Kasarani, that's near the Kangundo Road. And of course, we're looking at the effects that the ongoing rains have continued to have and the flooding that has resulted. And I believe we are able to get back to Mark now. Not yet. All right. So we have witnessed, of course, flooding across the country, and there have been several cautious messages that have been given by the Meteorological Department, advisories telling Kenyans where exactly these rains are going to hit. For anyone who has lived in Kenya for the last couple of years, you know, these rains are unprecedented compared to from what we've seen. So right now, December and November, of course, known as the wet season, we have seen that, but still it's not as much as we have seen this year. This year, the concern really is how safe are people? You know, what are the measures that have been taken to ensure that even the effects that are seen after the floods and the people who are stranded, the cars, the properties, the houses, what are the actions going to be taken to help these people deal with those challenges? And where we just saw Mark right there, that is in the Kamulu area in Kasarani, we saw that the stream, it's the largest that they've seen in the 2 years. That's what residents are saying. It's broken its banks, and some cars were even swept away earlier on, and they were helped as best as the residents around that area could manage to do. But they are calling on leaders to build a bridge there to help them even further. And of course, it did become worse overnight. So overnight, there were a lot of people dealing with challenges, especially in that area, because it seemed to have exacerbated over the hours that continued throughout the night on that particular side. And we have heard from government spokesperson Silas Oguna there saying that the government is ready to deal with the consequences of these floods. As a matter of fact, he did mention that there are helicopters on standby that are there to give the necessary assistance across the country. So we're going to try and